Hello and welcome back. So, I've been looking at random bits of code to get inspiration, maybe, and an idea of what I should make to make that hand tracking system that tracks anything with hands and a head. And I realized that the hands are offset from either a tracking space or the head space. So, I need a base entity, I guess, like an entity to get offset from, and a. Actually, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just gonna try a bunch of shit and hopefully it works. So a enemy player will have a body, a head. Although the way this does it, it puts the camera rig as a child object. Also, there's a party going outside, so I just hear thumping. Don't know if it gets caught on the mic, but bass. And that's someone else's house. There's an enemy body and two hands. And we're just gonna make these capsule. Sphere as a head. I'll just make a 3D object. Capsule. How big is the player head? 0.4. Oh, this is how you get the head. The tracker. So it's OVR manager instance dot tracker get pose. No. OVR manager dot tracker. Alright, so this doesn't tell us how the controls are positioned. It doesn't tell us how he gets the controls position. I can only assume that it offsets from the origin, which is the camera. I remember a tutorial showed me how to do it by Zenvo. It showed me how tracking works. It's starting to get annoying. I mean, if I wasn't trying to concentrate, it would be fine, but I'm trying to think. Oh, here it is. Here's a diagram. Stationary experiences and room scale experiences. For some reason my audio isn't. Yeah, the audio is working, but the video isn't playing any. Oh, there we go. See, my goal is to make the enemies like players so that I can record like animations in VR, and then I can put that to the AI to copy the actions to make it feel more realistic. That will also mean that I don't have to do animations as much. It'll all be done using VR. So I have to make like a recording tool at some point. So I found a tutorial on bodies, which might help. You know what? I might try and use a constraint to connect the head and the body. So this, no, okay, I have the constraints somewhere. There, these joints. Add a joint. Where's the physics library? Yeah, let's look at joints again. So the joint we need is, or maybe I should do a joint where it can break off. Alright, before I do this enemy rig crap, I should probably do it with the player instead. So I'm gonna ignore that whole thing with making a system with ECS in mind for every humanoid. I'm gonna first make our player move properly. So we need to empty. This is a floor offset, but we don't really need to do floor offset because this does it for. So I guess I'll make another empty and unparent that, and then put that in there. This will be player, VR player, and this will have 0, 0, 0. I'm 1, 1, 1, 0. And this will 3D object left. I'll put the left and right, and it's going to be converted, but we're putting it there for visual reference. That's just for visual reference. And this will be automatically unparented when it converts. So I'm going to move this up and left 0, 0.5, and we'll copy the body, head. So we'll put that there. 0, 0. This one should be automatically set. Those are really tiny. 0.2. Oh, those are capsules. Oh no. This will set and if it's floor or I. So in OVR camera rig, I'm expecting that it's gonna offset the tracking space. So I never actually did this before. I'm gonna play and see where the tracking space is located. So I'm expecting this to be offset if it's using the eye, but not if it's using the floor. Well, we'll see what happens. This boundary thing seems interesting. I need to get the boundary floor so I can offset from the floor to the head. Distance between the head and the floor will equal the player's height. So boundary geometry. Get boundary geometry. So what I'm going to do is going to go to MB Game Manager. My massive singleton. I should probably get rid of this inspector because I think the GUI is partially why it crashes. Anyway, we need to go start. Actually, we're going to go private game object boundary, and if boundary equals null, OVR plugin get boundary. OVR plugin get. How do I make a new game object? Boundary equals new object game object dot instantiate cube. How do I make a cube? How do I make a object through code? Create primitive. Actually, I need to create a mesh because it's not a cube. I'll just make a new game object. New game object. Boundary dot transposition equal AVR manager dot get dot camera. Where is headset position? I forget a lot of things. We'll just put it in 0, 0. And so in that, we'll put mesh. Mesh is new mesh. I guess we'll put it in the game manager. What's vector 3f? Can I just cast it to vector 3? Oh, it's part of the OVR plugin. So I'm just gonna... How do I convert that? And then I need to convert this all to vector. So what does C# use? Push, add. How do I add to an array in a native, a normal array? Where's the push? Where's the add? I'll just do it this way. I equal bound. There we go. What do I make? Do I need triangle? I don't know what I'm doing with this mesh creation stuff. I just want to quickly show it. I don't care if it looks ugly. Alright, I have a easier but messier way to do this. We're just going to put an object at every point because I don't know how to generate meshes. So I can just put this here, do a for loop for bound dot point dot. I can actually do this with ECS, which would be much more efficient, but I won't do that. We'll put capsules. Alright, so now that should build the boundary. Well, I might as well test something while I'm here. Hopefully it works. Oh, here's the boundary. Where is it? Oh wait, there's no boundary if it's in OpenVR. So I have to set the boundary to the camera position. Well, at least I need to make it somewhere. It's debug.log. Oh, what the heck? My screen just messed up. What happened? My screen resolution just changed. This has never happened. Was something updating in the background? Alright, so I have to restart the recording because for some reason my computer decided to change my screen resolution. Really weird. Well, I'm going to build this to my Quest, see if the boundaries work, and restart the recording. So I'll be right back. Like, I'm not taking a break, just starting the recording.